Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. As always, I am so excited to be sitting down with you guys today and showing you what I'm bringing to my craft desk. I would like to start this video by saying thank you so much to everyone who reached out to me to check on us after the hurricane. For those of you that kept me, my family, and my state in your thoughts and prayers, you guys, that means absolutely everything to me. My family was absolutely blessed. We did not sustain any injuries or damage during the hurricane. Unfortunately, a lot of families in my community were not as fortunate. So Florida is still in a state of recovery and rebuilding. However, we are doing just fine and we're just kind of trying to get back to life as normal. So as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my first blank. Now, this blank here, you guys did see it in a haul from Target. And then I also did use one of the little trays in the video that I made for my daughter's room makeover. Now, if you did not see that haul or the video for my daughter's room makeover, no worries. This here is a little tray from Target. Now, it doesn't have any stickers on it because this little tray here came in a 3-pack. And there was like a large, a medium, and then a small. So actually I've used the large one and the smallest one. So this one here is the medium. And like I said, they were in a 3-pack from Target. They were $5. And these were marketed as like trays. So just little trays you can set in your home, you know, and set things on them. Now, the largest of the 3 I did use as a tray. I put our monogram on it and it is sitting in our entry room table. And then the smallest of the 3, I actually used that one as a piece of wall decor for, like I said, my daughter's bedroom makeover. So now this middle one here is black. And I don't use like a ton of black in my home. So I was kind of just waiting to use this little tray here and just kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity. So now that Halloween is here, I saw this design in Design Space and I just thought this would be so cute. For my home, I knew I had to make it. And then as I was kind of going through my craft room looking for a blank to put it on, I noticed that I still had this black tray. So I thought, what a great opportunity to go ahead and use this little tray here. I really like the decorative scalloped edges around the sides. So I will show you that in just a moment. Okay, so I did go ahead and weed this design because this is that same Hobby Lobby brand vinyl that I have had some issues with. So I just went ahead and got that all weeded for us. But honestly, it transferred not too badly there. And it weeded fine today when I went to weed it. So I'm hoping that we will have a great transfer here. Okay, so just laying that down. I should have gone in and cleaned this with some rubbing alcohol first, but I forgot, and that is okay. However, just know that your vinyl will lay down better and it will last longer if you wipe your blank with some rubbing alcohol first, okay? So here is how my little tray came out. I think this is so cute. It just says, "Be our ghost," which I am such a sucker for like a play on words. So I had to make this as soon as I saw it. Now for this little tray, like I said, I think the scallop details on the sides are so cute. I think my idea is going to be to take a piece of this little black and white checkered ribbon I have. I think I'm going to cut that down and make a little hanger just like that. Okay, and I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up, but I just went ahead, I have more of that ribbon, so I just went ahead and cut down a piece a little smaller because I didn't quite need that much. So I just cut it down just a little, and I think I'm just going to hot glue it something like this. Now, when I go to hang this up on the wall, I will hang it from my little ribbon here. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue at the top just to keep that ribbon really nice and close to my design so it doesn't like bang around while it's on the wall. Okay guys, and just like that, here is our first craft all done. How cute is this? Like I said, I am a sucker for a play on words. So our little "Be Our Ghost" instead of "Be Our Guest" is just so fitting for the season. Okay guys, let's go ahead and move on to craft number 2. Okay, so in my last video, you guys saw me make a little mug for my husband for Halloween, and I'm not a huge like coffee drinker, but I'm gonna tell you, I was honestly like super jealous. I wanted a mug for myself as soon as I made it, and I saw this design in Design Space, and I knew that this would be the perfect mug for me for the season. And this was actually my second choice. There was another little design in Design Space I saw, and it was so cute. It was like a little, what are they called? Headstone. And it said, "Finally, some alone time." And I just thought that was so cute. And I thought that was so funny. And I really wanted to make that into a mug, but I'm not sure. I was just having a lot of issues with the file. I, for whatever reason, could not get it to cut correctly. So I went with this one, which is fine. I think that this is so cute. I am just as happy with this one, but I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to go into Design Space and kind of work on that other design and get it on something before Halloween's here because I don't know. I just feel like as a mom, what is more relatable than that, right? Okay, with all that said, it looks like this laid down pretty well. This is that same exact mug from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I think this is one that they carry all year long. I love to pick these up. So I always just kind of have a few of them in my craft room. So this was super simple for me to just whip up really quickly today. Okay guys, and just like that, Mama also has her own coffee mug for the season. It just says Witch's Brew, and I think that is so, so sweet. I did go ahead and do it in this really pretty pink color. For me, that just kind of softens it and makes it just a little bit more at my taste. However, if you are interested in more of like a spooky or traditional Halloween, just cut this out in black and you will have a completely different feel for your mug, right? All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to craft number 3. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in our next blank here. This is a little sign from the Dollar Tree. I like to redo these over and over. Now, let me kind of go back there. I say that this is a little sign from the Dollar Tree. However, if you guys have seen my other videos, you probably already know that this is in fact a little box from the Dollar Tree. So at least my Dollar Tree carries these in a few different sizes. I believe that this is the largest. It is just about 5 by 5. And like I said, in Dollar Tree, they have them sitting like this in the unfinished wood section. I went around the edges with my Waverly Antique Wax. And then on the front, I just gave it a few coats of white chalk paint. Now, like I said, I do like to redo these signs. I have one sitting in my kitchen next to the Keurig that I just change out. I just change it out whenever I just kind of have the need to change my decor or with the change of seasons. So as we move into Halloween, I thought that this would just be a cute little sign for the kitchen. My daughter has been out of school for like almost a week now because of the storm, and she is going back tomorrow. And oh my goodness, I am so excited for her to go back. It has been a very, very long week. My daughter is in pre-K, so she's still like into school. You know, she's super excited to go to school and see her little friends and her teachers. So it has been, you know, difficult on everyone with just everything that has happened this last week. This week has literally felt like an eternity. However, like I said at the beginning of the video, we are definitely so lucky and blessed. So I definitely do not want to complain because it could have been worse. But two things can be true, right? And I am ready for my daughter to go back to school. Okay, so we are gonna do a little bit of layering on this project here. Now, you guys may have caught on before I even did. I was just kind of running my mouth and not paying attention. However, because we are doing some layering and I attached my like colors, I went ahead and laid down that pumpkin face. However, as you see, our next layer is the pumpkin itself. So its little face obviously needs to go on after the pumpkin. So I am just very carefully going to just go in and try to nudge these little pieces of his sweet little face up. And I think I should still be able to save this project without having to recut anything. Okay, so we'll just save his sweet little face right there. And now I'm gonna go in with my next layer, and the little whisk and the spoon here are gonna be sitting right in that pumpkin. So that'll give me kind of a nice place to start with lining up my design, right? So I'm just looking at those utensils and just trying to get them kind of positioned in my pumpkin. And then from there, I'll just make sure the rest of the design looks good. Okay, and I think that looks great. So I think crisis averted there. And also, if you guys have noticed, this is the same exact piece of transfer tape that I have used since our first project. And it's holding up really, really nicely. So that's nice. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get our little pumpkin face right back on here. Now, if this was, more difficult or more intricate kind of design, this would definitely be a little more challenging. But since it is just a pretty simple little pumpkin face here, I think that this should be easy enough. Okay, so there's our little pumpkin and he looks great. You would never even know that he got a face transplant there. So our last little piece is just the sweetest little whisk. Now I did cut this out of like a gray color just to give a little bit of variation. But there we go, just like that, a sweet little Halloween sign for my kitchen, all done. All right guys, so let's go ahead and move on to our next craft. Okay, so bringing in my next blanks here. These little witch hats are from the Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of, I have 7 of them in front of me. So I want to say they came in a pack of 7 because I don't think I did anything with any of the extras. However, I do kind of feel like, why would it come in a pack of 7? I feel like it would come in a pack of 10, but either way, it either comes in a pack of 7 or so. And I went ahead and gave these little witch hats a coat of white chalk paint. They do just come in the natural bare wood. Okay, so as we kind of go through this project here, I just need you guys to stay with me for just a second. I have an idea. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna come out. I'm not like feeling super confident in my design because I feel like I may have mismeasured my letters just a little, but maybe not. Anywho, I have 6 of these little witch hats and my daughter's name just happens to have 6 letters. So I am gonna make her the cutest little garland for her room. Okay, and just like that, we are all done with her little garland. Now, she does have like a little felt garland that hangs in her room year round. So I plan to just take these little twine strings that came with the witches hats themselves, and I simply plan to just kind of weave them through like that. And then I'm going to tie this to the garland that's already in her room. I will then cut off the tops. That way I can just cut the little twine when Halloween is over and then just remove the little witches hats themselves, right? Okay, so while we were on the witches' hats, kind of what inspired this craft to begin with, like I was saying, my daughter has been out of school for about a week at this point. So I have been trying very, very hard to keep her entertained in that time. So one of the little activities that we've done, we actually did some painting. And one of the things that she painted was one of the little witches' hats. So once she was done painting it, I knew for sure that I wanted to turn this into a piece of decor for my home for the month of October. Now, if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know that I change out this little sign outside of my daughter's room seasonally. So with that being said, I thought, what a better piece of art than her own, right? Now, with that, I simply just took this little frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm sure you guys have all seen it or are aware of it. I tried to find a piece of scrapbook paper that, I don't know, was a little like Halloween themed or like at least gave me Halloween vibes. This was the closest I got, and I think it's gonna be just fine for my home. You know, if you are more interested in kind of a seasonal paper, they definitely sell them at like Hobby Lobby and different craft stores. I just, again, have not been out and I have not done really any shopping lately. So I'm just using what I have on hand, and I think that it is going to be just fine. Now, as we saw with the other little hats, they do have the little hole at the top to hang them. So since I'm not going to be hanging this one in particular, I just made a super simple little bow, and I'm going to add just the smallest little bead, and I'm going to put it just at the top of her hat. And since I really do want the hat to be kind of the star of the show, I'm just going to cut these tails down. I probably could have made the bow a little smaller, but that's okay. Here is my daughter's little personalized art all finished. I think it's gonna be so special for her to see her little, witch's hat that she made all done for Halloween. And what a great way to celebrate, right? Okay guys, there are two more crafts done. I honestly don't even know what number we're at this point, but there's two more off of my to-do list. Let's go ahead and keep going. Bringing in my next blank, this is a little frame that I got from Target in, it doesn't say. Sometimes it says the year. This one doesn't say the year, but I know I've had it for at least a year, and I have redone it at least a couple times on my channel. So I'm gonna put this little sign up in our home by the front door. And as soon as I saw this design, I knew that I had to cut it for my home. And luckily I had just the blank to put it on. And I actually have the perfect place in my home. I cannot wait to get this up. And as I read this, it just says, I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers, and amen to that. October is just such a refreshing month for me. It's kind of the start of a new season, and living in Florida, oh my goodness. I just count down the days until we get just a little bit of relief from the heat. So October is the first sign that fall is on its way, right? So with that being said, just finishing up. Now this is a pretty long design, so I think I'm going to just kind of Frankenstein this transfer tape just a little bit here. Now, if you are just starting out, please do not feel the need to, use your transfer tape in this way or any of your vinyl or supplies the way that you see people on YouTube do it. This is definitely something that you will kind of be able to do as you get more comfortable. So if you're just starting out, please, please just do whatever makes you the most comfortable. Okay, so my little frame here is just about 9 by 9. So I did cut this just a little smaller and I plan to kind of right side justify it. Something about like that. Now, I originally went in and I cut out a pumpkin to kind of go on the top just to fill some of that empty space. However, I'm redoing another sign from Dollar Tree and I took these little cardboard pumpkins off of that sign and I actually think these would work really, really nicely for the sign here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the choice to lay these down on my frame using some hot glue. And I'm just gonna put them in the corners like that. And then I'm thinking I want my design definitely more towards the bottom. Okay, lost one little letter there, but not bad. Let's try to get this straight. That's kind of my biggest problem, so let's try to focus on that a little. Okay, I think that looks good. It probably is not, but we'll see. Okay guys, and here is my sign. I have to tell you, this came out even better than I was expecting. I'm so glad I stumbled upon these little cardboard cutouts. I think that this totally just made the design. All right guys, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so kind of finishing up Halloween, I do have a couple like random crafts that I want to get done too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this into this video because I also want to show you guys kind of her boo basket that I'm getting ready to assemble. However, I'm also at just about an hour and my in-laws are thankfully watching my daughter for me for a little bit today so I could get some crafting in, but I don't want to be too long. So I think that we might just go ahead and get this last little iron-on project done. And then I really want to get my 2 random projects done and I might call it a day. Now bringing in my next blank here, this is a 2-pack of dish towels from Target. Now their dish towels are in the dollar spot. They are $5 and they always come out with like different seasonal ones. And there's typically one that has like more of a design already on it. And honestly, a lot of the times they're super, super cute. Like this one here, it just says, "Welcome to our haunted house." And I think that this little sweet design is so cute. However, it also does usually come with one that is just more of a solid and it usually just kind of complements the first. I like to take the second one and typically just kind of add a little something to it because, as much as the dish towels are supposed to be decorative in my kitchen, it does not always work out that way. And I'll be the first to admit, I use my dish towels sometimes, a lot of the times, and I wash them, so I can never have enough dish towels. I love to make them, I love to use them. On that note, I just went in and cut this sweet little design. It says Boo, and it has cute little bats on it. I love this design, so I'm gonna leave my dish towels folded up just as they are. They are perfectly folded, so I'm not gonna mess with that. I like to be able to get my design perfectly centered within that nice fold. I do have my Easy Press Mini set to medium heat. And I would say I heated that for about 30 seconds. Oops. Okay, and let's see how that did. Oh, that looks great. Okay guys, and just like that, here is my little dish towel all done. I absolutely love it. And I mean, it's super simple, but it's just something that you can do to add just your personal touch. And I love the way it came out. Let's do our last two little random projects, and then I think I'll call it a day. Nope, just kidding. I have one more super quick little Halloween one I want to do. So actually, I think I'm going to do this one and then call it a day. I don't think I'm going to have time to do my other two little ones I wanted to do, but that is okay. There is always another day and another video. So with that being said, I did show you guys this little decor sign in a haul I did from Target when I found a lot of their Halloween things. I believe, yep, so it just says decor sign and it was $3. Now, you guys did see me make a little door hanger for fall, and I will absolutely be making one for Christmas. However, I just don't see myself making one for Halloween. The month is already like halfway over, and I just honestly at this point cannot be bothered to make a door hanger for Halloween. So I thought, you know, I'm just gonna add the sweetest little sentiment on this, and I'm gonna put this right in the middle of our wreath that hangs on our front door. I think that this will be a great little alternative for a Halloween door hanger. And here we go. Here is my little sign all done. Like I said, I plan to just put this in the middle of my little wreath that I have hanging on our front door. And this will serve as my Halloween door hanger for the season. All right, guys, I think that's everything that I have for you tonight. I don't even know how much we got through, but I'm really happy with the way everything came out. I hope that you were inspired by something that you saw on my craft desk tonight. But as always, the link for the Design Space project should be down below. So just click that and it'll show you all the images and text that I used. Okay guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that everyone has a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.